Ever wondered what it would be like for Rangers and Celtic to be in the English League system on Football Manager 2024? Well, check out this database that we've got linked in the description below and watch this video to see how things get on. Okay then, if you head to the link in the description of this video, you'll be taken to this page where you'll be able to download the Old Firm to England, Scotland restructured database, and there's some great backstory and thought gone into the database that is all covered in the description on the download. Basically, Celtic and Rangers are shifted over to England and the whole Scottish system is restructured as well to provide more competition. There's a couple of clubs, Carlisle and Workington, who go into the Scottish system and everything goes from there, and it looks really good. There's some uncertainty moved over. This is some broadcasting deals and sponsorship deals changing as well. It's all well thought out and covered in the description. So you download that and then you install it in the same way you install any other database. You just put the FMF file that you've downloaded in the editor data folder, which you can see on screen right now. If you aren't sure where that is, there'll be a link in the description to the folder you need for Windows and Mac. Now, without any further ado, let's head to the game and start a new career. And as you can see, you just start a career in the same way. Go to the database drop down on the top right and make sure that you've selected the new file you've downloaded. Make sure that's ticked and nothing else is ticked apart from the real name license fix, which you should have already installed. If you haven't, there's a video about that here on the channel as well. Go and watch that. Go and watch all the graphics install guides as well and get your game looking beautiful. So we're going to start a game. I'm just going to go your world. Why not? Load up the English and Scottish leagues. Have a quick look around at what the situation is. And then we're going to simulate forward a few seasons, maybe 5, maybe 10. We'll see how we get on. And we'll see how Scotland looks and how Rangers and Celtic look in the English system. So they are dropped into the Premier League, so we'll see how that goes. So the Scottish League goes down to the Highland Lowland Leagues, which is level 4 now rather than level 5, and nothing beyond that has been restructured in this database, but you can start the season wherever you like. We've got a custom database. We don't need a custom database that big. We'll go for a medium database as well. Make the game run a bit quicker. Maybe go for a large. Yeah, large will still be 5 stars. So we'll give that a go. Get the game started. We don't need to change anything else down there. No, we don't. Got League 2 and above in England. Level 4 and above for Scotland. So we shall see how the game looks in a few seconds. Okay, then. We are here. We have started the game up. And we have got Scotland restructured. Celtic are now in the Premier League. Rangers are now in the Premier League. So Luton and Sheffield United stay in the Championship and 2 clubs get shuffled back down. So they don't get promoted if they would have done in the real world. But never mind, we'll see. Rangers and Celtic in the Premier League. You can see here they're now listed as English and in the Premier League, even though they're still based in Glasgow. Obviously, we're not going to move them to a different place. There we go, Luton and Sheffield United in the Premier League. And you can see as we go through the rest of the leagues, all the other teams that have been shifted accordingly down. We've only got League 2 loaded. Now let's go to Scotland and have a quick look at what the Scottish system looks like now. It's completely changed. If you want to see what the real Scottish system looks like, or the real English system, we've got league guides on them from FM23. That I definitely recommend looking at. Here you can see Carlisle in the Cinch Premiership, which is now a 16-team league. Obviously Carlisle, close to the border, gone into the Scottish system. The Championship also 16 teams. You can see the relegation and promotion systems in place. More detail on that in the download. Workington in Cinch League 1, again close to the border, so you know they get a chance to play in Scotland. And then you've got the Breedon High League and the Geosonic Lowland League. They're the 4th tier, all 16. There we go, 16 team leagues. Wonderful, everything's changed. Celtic will not win the Scottish Premiership for the next season, which is good. They probably won't win the Premier League. And here we go, we've simulated forward a season and Celtic have just survived relegation on goal difference. Rangers got 11th, so surviving on goal difference is something I did in my bottom at Christmas challenge. You can see that on my own personal channel, Shadow Striker. Go and check that out. You can see Celtic have spent 35 million, recouped 25 million. It's easy for me to say. So they managed to just about spend nothing and secure survival by goal difference on 34 points. Rangers did slightly better. They spent 30 million and didn't sell anyone, and they finished solidly mid-table, which is probably a fair assessment of where you could expect them to finish. if they were dropped into the Premier League just like that. So they should now be getting all the Premier League money, so they should hopefully be able to build on that and see how they go forward. If you were managing them, you probably do a little bit better, but getting mid-table and starting to look towards challenging for Europe is a good aim for the first few seasons. Carlisle finished 13th, stay in the Premier League, the Premiership. Aberdeen are the new Scottish champions. How fitting. We'll see how Workington got on in the league. They got relegated. 27 points, didn't do very well. 6 wins, 9 draws, so they're out. Better than Stirling Uni though, but they are falling into non-league in Scotland, but still playable league. Celtic just about survived. They were predicted 19th. The Rangers predicted 20th, but it ended up being 11th and 17th. Nothing really happening in the cups for Celtic. Let's have a quick look for Rangers as well. I don't think they will have gone very far. No, 4th round quarter-final in the Carabao. So nothing particularly happening for either Scottish side in the Premier League. Let's jump forward a few more years. And we're now at the end of the 27-28 season, and Liverpool have won 4 titles in a row. I cannot see Rangers in the Premier League. I can see Celtic solidly mid-table once again. Let's have a look at how they have got there. They have not looked like they have put much in the way of competitive performances in, but we'll have a quick look. 17th, 12th, 14th, 17th, 13th. So 12th, their highest over 5 seasons. Not fantastic. Most points in this last season at 13th of 44. No positive goal difference across either of the 5 seasons there either, but never mind. They are still in the Premier League. They're still raking in the money. Have they spent much money in terms of transfers? 60 that season. 70 the season before. 30, not massive amounts, but they're doing just about enough to survive in the Premier League. Just about okay. 5 seasons, 5 mid-table performances. What about Rangers? They're in the Championship, and they've been there for 2 seasons. Will Still is their manager. Will Still, former Football Manager player, obviously. In their competitions, they got relegated for 3 seasons, so they started out better, and an abysmal campaign in 25-26. Missed out through the playoffs last season, and then finished 10th in the Championship for season number 5. Not fantastic. They're still spending money. They're getting a lot of money in from transfers as well. Breaking even that year. Making money 2 out of the last 3 years. Okay, so, I mean, you can see mid-table sides in the Premier League, but if you have a bad season, you get relegated if you are one of the old firm sides. But if you were managing them, you could probably do a little bit better and get towards that European position. And by doing that, you might spur on the other old firm side as well. So Aberdeen, after winning the first season, finished 10th in the most recent. Hibs, Motherwell, Kilmarnock, St Johnstone, all winning. So 5 different winners in 5 seasons. Carlisle still surviving in the Cinch Premiership. Well and truly mid-table for them. Good for them. Making their headway in not going anywhere. They're staying in the bottom half, but staying in the top league. We have a quick look through the Championship. I can't see Workington there. That's not really a surprise. They got relegated from League One in the first season, and they aren't back by the look of it. I don't think they will have come back. They're not a particularly good side. They didn't get into the playoffs there. Not in the Highland League. Obviously, they'll be in the Lowland League because they are actually English, but we shall see. 16th in the Lowland League. How have they done in all of their seasons? Probably not very well, let's be honest. Let's have a quick look. No, not very well at all, looking at that graph. So they got relegated, and then they've been in the bottom 2 every season since, in the bottom tier of Scotland. Never mind, but well done. Well done to Carlisle for staying in the Cinch Premiership. Well done for Celtic for staying in the Premier League. Unfortunately, Rangers got relegated, but you can do better if you play with this database. This database is great in that it restructures Scottish football as well as just shifting them over and doesn't just drop 2 English clubs in and leaves it at that. It's well thought out. It's definitely a well-made database. I would recommend giving it a shot, giving it a good playthrough for a few seasons. See if you can get Rangers or Celtic into Europe via the English leagues, and if you want to play in Scotland whilst they're not there, see if you can start a new dominant force in Scottish football with this great database. You can download it at the link in the description down below on the Sort It Out SI website. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.